Appreciate it.
Good to be with you, Chris.
Now, I shouldn't have said quotas. I was talking to my producer, Ben, about this today. I don't know that they're asking for quotas. I just know that they're asking for more. Now, what is the concern when you start to put number or quantitative pressure on the men and women of ICE out doing the job?
So I haven't heard anything about quotas either, other than from the media. I've got a lot of friends that work in ICE, former Border Patrol agents that have gone to ICE and HSI, and I can tell you they're really excited to do the job. And so I don't think there's going to be any problem with getting the apprehensions. It's just going to take a little bit of work from them changing focus. What they were focusing on under the previous administration and what they're going to be doing under Trump, it's a lot different for them. And so it's just going to take a little getting used to. But I think they've already worked that out, and they're going to be out there apprehending as many people as they can, whether it's those targeted enforcement operations they're running or anybody that they happen to catch collaterally like they did in Denver.
Right. Now, Denver, they're catching collateral people. We haven't heard anything yet about who would be qualified by reasonable people as the wrong people who are being rounded up, right? Because the promise of Tom Homan is, I'm going after people who have entered illegally and have been accused of serious crimes while here, okay? That's who they're supposed to be going after. They start sweeping up people who just entered illegally but are otherwise doing everything right here and smashing up families or catching some dreamers in there. People are going to have a different feeling about this enforcement mechanism, don't you think?
Well, I think the intent, just like Tom said, and just like they're doing now, it's targeted enforcement. They're going after the really, really bad criminal aliens. But if these criminal aliens happen to have with them anybody else that's illegally in this country, like Tom Homan said, they're going to be picked up too, because we can't leave anybody in this country that doesn't have a legal right to be here.
Right, but there's a reason he drew that distinction also, right? The voters have different reasons about it. Communities have different layers and levels of need for people who are in this country illegally, right? There's one guy who's the MS-13 guy who's pushing fentanyl and stealing kids and trafficking them. There's another one who's smuggled in, who's making a life, has a family, and is integrated into a community, right? They're not the same threat.
Sure. With the amount of people that are illegally in this country, and the numbers vary, we have to be specific. We have to target those that we know are committing crimes that are a threat to the communities that they're living in. And that's exactly what ICE, that's exactly what Border Patrol is doing. So there's this country has way too many immigrants for us to be able to sweep them all up in one operation. This is something that's going to continue to be targeted for those people that are committing crimes out there.
Yeah, I do worry about you guys a little bit. Not just that they're exposing you to a lot more field work, but also there's this political pressure on you guys, like this is the solution. Like you guys are a big Dyson vacuum that's going to suck up all the illegal entrants, and the country is going to somehow be better for it. I mean, isn't the focus really still what's happening on the border and getting the resources there? I mean, of course, you have to do enforcement with ICE. I get it. But on the CBP piece of being able to deal with the flow and being able to have enough people to grab those who are coming and not have this proliferation of getaways, as you guys call them, and a place to hold them, people to process them, and a way to get them home.
Yeah, absolutely. So our agents, the green shirts, the Border Patrol, we're operating in between the ports of entry, and they're being forward deployed now more than they have been under the previous administration. And so we're getting our guys out there, our guys and gals, we're getting some military assistance because we don't have enough agents right now to secure the border, which is why President Trump wants to bring another 10,000 agents onto the Border Patrol, because we need the help. We're doing everything that we can to secure the border, but we do need help, and President Trump's going to get us that help right now with the military to be force multipliers out there for us.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.